guys, who knows who the patron saint of England is? A patron saint means really, really, really important person. St. George. Excellent. And St. George is also the patron saint of scouting. Does anybody know anything about St. George's Day? When you think of St. George's Day, what do you think of? Slaying a dragon, okay. So maybe a knight slaying a dragon. Do you think of anything else when you think of St. George's Day?
Red and white.
Red and white, like the flags look. Red and white flags, the England flag. When you think of those, what do you think of? Do you think of football maybe? World Cup? England? Never winning? Yeah? Yeah. Do you think of anything else when you think of St. George's Day? No? Well, the story of St. George slaying the dragon does sound a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? It sounds a bit of a fairy tale, but there is an important message to it. Now, we do know a little bit about St. George, okay? We know he was a soldier, and we know he lived in Palestine, and we know that he was around at the beginning of the 4th century, which was about when the Romans started moving out, okay? Now, that's a really long time ago. I worked there. Catherine worked there. You weren't there, were you? No, Catherine weren't there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through the story of St. George just to help bring home the message so you understand what St. George's Day is about. So I am going to need a volunteer, please. Oh, you were quick. Up you come. What's your name? Huey. Well, Huey, you're now going to be St. George, okay? So, let's hear it for St. George. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, now, he doesn't look like St. George yet, so we're going to help him get ready and look a bit like St. George. So, Huey, stay there. We'll get you some stuff. So, St. George is going to need some armour to protect him from the dragon. So, I'm going to go in the little box and get some armour. Bear with me.
My armor.
That's not right. Oh, they're not right. Banana? No? Let's have a look. You know, I think I've picked up the wrong box today. No, waistcoat. Okay, right. We're going to have to just deviate from the story a little bit. So, instead of this really lovely metal body armour, we're going to have to go with a life preserver, okay? So, arms up, Huey. Right, put that on. Okay, so we've got his armour. That'll protect him from the dragon. I think he's going to need a helmet to protect him. So, let's have a look. Helmet. That's not going to work. Hang on. Pokemon hat? No? Okay, right. I can't find a helmet, so we'll compromise. Sombrero or Indiana Jones? Sombrero. So, St. George wore a sombrero to protect him from the sun. To protect him from the sun, very, very important. Okay. Now, St. George, when you think of St. George, he also had some tools for the job. He had a lance. He slayed the dragon with a really long lance. Now, I've got a lance. Don't be tricked. This is not plumbing, tubing. This is a lance. It's the latest technology. St. George, hang on, St. George also had a sword. So let's see if I can find the sword. Bear with me. Crossbow. Hang on. Right, I can't find a sword. So, just remember, St. George had a sword, but our St. George had a lightsaber. Okay. There you go, St. George. Okay, so, here's our St. George. Hang on. Yeah, we'll sort it. Now, knights, listen. Now, knights used to go from town to town, seeing if there were anybody in trouble or anybody that needed help. So, come on, St. George, we're going to go around this town. best night around.
Bye.
Now, George, Mr. St. George, come stand here. Now, St. George came to your town. Your town. We've got a baker there, a blacksmith over there. You look like you could run a pub, baby. And this town has got a particular problem. Listen, George. We've got a dragon problem in this town. Okay? Now, I need another volunteer. Who do you think, Catherine?
Oh, I think it's going to play this.
Come on. What's your name? What's your name? Okay, stand there. So, Jeff here is going to be our next volunteer. Now, this town, as I said, had a dragon problem. And to stop the dragon from destroying the whole town, so the bakery, the blacksmiths and the pub, they had to sacrifice somebody every week, one person every week, to keep the dragon happy. Okay? Now, this week they've made a deal with the dragon. The dragon will stay away for a whole month if they can provide a princess. So, when you think of a princess, what do you think of? I haven't got the budget for a tower. What else do we think of? A dress. I heard a dress. So let's have a look. A dress. Okay, here we go. This'll do. Black or blue? Blue. Right. Okay, pop it on. It's just like putting on pants. Okay. Don't worry, I've got a second part to the dress. We'll just see how that fits. Oh, magnifique. Here we go. Okay. I think princesses have lovely flowing hair as well, don't you? Let's have a look. Lovely flowing hair. Ah, this'll do. Okay, princess. You're playing a brilliant part here. Put your jacket on. What do you mean it's from Greece? Alright. That's it, put it on. That's it. Right, put your hair on. Okay, now. Hang on. The thing about princesses is they're a bit hard work. They don't stay still. So the townsfolk have to tie this princess up. So there you go. Go walk to that tree. So, grab hold of your rope. The townsfolk have to tie the princess up. Now it's really important that the princesses are tied up because you run very fast. And sometimes you run so fast that dragons can't catch you. There you go. Okay, so we've got our princess tied up. And, well, we need a dragon. Need a dragon. So we're going to make a dragon. Now when I did this with the cubs, they all put their hand down. So,
Yeah, but this is a whole group.
this is all different group. Now, the thing is, you need special attributes to be a dragon, special techniques.
You need to be able to.
You need to be mean. You need to be scary. You need to be not afraid.
Princess, you can't be a dragon
You
as
need to
well.
be not afraid to shout at naughty beavers. So, Lily, well volunteered.
I mean, I think Cass is definitely scarier than me.
You should go to screaming class.
Listen,
Shut up, or I will
required.
What is that?
So, everybody, we've got Shrek. I mean, your dragon. So, here we go. The story of St. George. We've got St. George. We've got our princess who he's rescuing. Oh no! And we've got the mean dragon. So, the next part of St. George and the Dragon is St. George slays the dragon. So, St. George, in slow motion, you must slay this dragon. Not that slow. Save the princess, George. Slay the dragon, socially distanced. Try your lance, George. Try the lance. And again, finish her off. Oh! He's done it! He's killed the dragon! Hey! Oh, come away, come away, come away. So, St. George saved the princess. And like any good story, including St. George and the Dragon, what happens next? What happens when the princess is saved? Go on. The dragon doesn't, there's no sequel. Go on, out you come. What happens next? St. George has saved the princess, what happens? They get married, that's right! Bring out the vicar, bring out the vicar. Okay, now, for legal reasons we don't marry beavers, okay? So, guys, come back. Come back. Stand there. Stand there. Huey, stand there. So, that's the story of St. George and the Dragon. Round of applause for our Georgian princess and for the dragon. Okay, guys.